Excuse me, YouTube, what is happening right now? Good morning, everybody. It is I, Randy, for Thunderhorse Descendant. Good morning. Good morning, Heather. Good morning. Good afternoon, Helen. Good morning, Donna Dragonslayer. Good morning, Carolyn. Good morning, Debbie. Good morning, Deborah. Good morning, Rosanna. Yeah, my YouTube was freaking out there for a minute. I don't know what happens. I'm going to double check the settings. Just make sure everything's kosher over here. They said they were doing updates. Did y'all get that message? They were doing updates. I don't know. We're about to find out. Kind of updates they did. Good morning, Cynthia. I mean, it looks the same. Kinda. Oh, that's the wrong button. Why does it keep snapping back to not live? Questions. All good questions. Hi, good morning, PK. How'd it go with the dentist? Let me get over here. You see my baby bump? Baby bump check? I don't know if you can see me. It's hard to see because I'm wearing black. It's there. It's really out there doing stuff. We'll be doing baby bump stuff. I went to the updates, mess up everything. I know. I got some good updates from yesterday. FYI. So I went to the dinner with the father. Everything was good. We went to the Longhorn Steakhouse. Now let me just tell you about my experience at the Longhorn Steakhouse. Short and sweet. It was not good. Not a good experience. I mean, it wasn't the serving. It wasn't the servers. It was the kitchen. The kitchen was like super backed up. So we get there. We have to wait like 20 minutes, which is fine. We're like waiting with a bunch of people. And then, I mean, it was Veterans Day, so like nobody's surprised by this, right? But it was Tuesday, so kind of surprising. But anyway, so we did that, and then they like brought our salads and stuff. And then we had to wait like an hour and a half to get our food. It was like an hour between the salads and the food. And then I got my food, and mine was so salty I could barely eat it. Who's messaging me? We're doing beady stuff. Get out of here. Yeah, it did. It went good. We went and picked up my aunt, my great aunt. She's my great aunt. She's my grandma's sister. From the hotel, and that was good. And we all went to dinner, and it was good. But it did take a while. We were there till like 8:30, and we went at 6. We were there early. We were there at like 5:45, so like 5:45, and we didn't leave until like 8:30, 8:45. And that was just because of like the service. I mean, not the service. The service was good. Our little waitress was pregnant too. She was cute. Yeah, so that went good. And I got the lowdown from Mary. So she said that I'm going to take her to the appointment right after the morning coffee. So I'm going to leave here like right after we get done because you got to be over there like 11 or something. So I got to drive downtown, get her to, I got to walk Lily, go all the things. And then, so take her to the appointment, but she doesn't know how long the appointment's going to be because it depends on if they're going to do lasering. So I said, well, do you want me to wait? And she said, no, go home. I'll call you. So she said, but she figures it's going to take up to 3 hours. So if it starts at 11, 12, 1, 2, maybe I get her before the morning coffee. Maybe I get her before the members, and maybe not. So I'm just going to try to do the members. And if I get called off during the members, I guess we shall reevaluate. So I'm going to try to do it. Unless I'm like literally in the car, like right before it starts, in which case I will do it like a little message on Facebook or something. Good morning. Hi, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, so that was good. And then, I gotta show you this. Yeah, we're gonna make necklaces and stuff, but you know, we got updates. Which this is turning out very well. Jefferson even made comments about this when he got home from work. He was like, "Oh, this is lovely." Where is it? It's in the email. Where's the email? Brad. Where are you at, Brad? This is Brad, the home house guy. So we went through some stuff that he sent us, and it was like, oh yeah, blah blah. But then he sent just this floor plan and didn't have any photos. So he finally tracked somebody down who's got this going on, because I told him that I want to have a den, and so this one has a den. And then he sent me this little home tour thing, and it's way cool, but there's one problem. And you guys can tell me if you think it's really a horrible problem or not. I don't know if it's going to be. But I got to show Jefferson. Jefferson hasn't even seen this. Okay, so here's the kitchen, which is fine. Here's my problem. In the other ones we looked at, they had the dishwasher and the sink in the bar, which is fine. You don't have to have that. But look at this ugly bar that they have going on here. I mean, I get this part. This is so like you can slide your chairs up, you know, and not bump your knees and stuff, which is pretty good, which you would think would be fine. But since they put this here, it's not movable. It doesn't have any appliances in it. Because of the den, they've made the living room smaller. I'm trying to like back up so you guys can see it. This is the living room. They've made the living room significantly smaller, and they've taken away the dining room. So there's no place for an actual table. Unless you wanted to maybe, I don't know, put it here or cut it in over here. But this is just like little hallway space. Like, look, it's not very wide. So I'm like, do we like this ugly ass island? Are we going to just be island people? We'd have to just be island people, right? I mean, I guess that could be fine. Island people sounds bad. I shouldn't say that. I mean, like, we don't get to have a table, right? I don't know how I feel about this. And then I'm like, well, maybe they could put it on like caster wheels or something. We can move it if we want to. But then that seems crazy, because where are we going to move it to? It's just, the space is just, okay. So, but that's the drawback. But here is the positive. Okay, so go down here. In a single wide, which is not normal. So this is Squish's room. This is where Squish lives. It's little, but Squish is little, so it's fine. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, do we need a table? I don't know. Jeff hates my table anyways, which I kind of don't like that because my mom bought it for me. He just doesn't like it because it's blonde wood. He doesn't like blonde wood, and I hate dark wood. You know, of course, me and Jefferson, 90% of everything, don't agree on nothing. But yeah, so anyway, this is Squish's room. It's just little. Okay, here's the washer dryer area. This is where it plugs in next to the door. And then this is the other bathroom. It's just plain, just a plain old bathroom, but it has a bathtub. It's small. So I think what they did is they made the living room smaller, the dining room, and the bathroom smaller to get this extra space in here. But check this out, okay? This is the den. So it's the whole width of the whole house, which is, I want to say 15 feet, which is the same length as this room that we're in right now. And I don't know the width on it because I didn't do the diameters, but it looks pretty big. And look at this, it's got built-in beading shelves. Maybe this is your built-in shipping area. Ooh. Hey, I'm digging a built-in shipping area. There's no door, but I think maybe we could ask to have a door put in, because we got to be able to shut it, because, you know, all the little things and Squish babies and whatever. If they can't put a door, I guess we just have to put a gate, you know, like we did to the downstairs for the animal babies, because we can't have babies in the bead room just eating everything, just pooping out super sparkly Chinese crystals and whatnot. They're not going to like that. Hi! So anyway, after the den, we go here, and this is the third bedroom, also the length of the house. Is this the third bedroom? Yeah. And this could be guest room, or it could be like when Squish gets bigger and they want a bigger room, then they can move to this one, and then we'll make the little room the guest room. So this is guest room for right now. It could also be Thunderhorse Descendant if Jefferson wanted to use this den space for whatever. But we've been talking about using the den space for Thunderhorse Descendant. But he also said, like, oh, well, maybe you want to have room in there, too, for storing things and whatnot. Hi, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Okay, so that's that, which I thought was really cool, because this is the same, this is a single wide trailer, which is this kind of, like, you know, usually gotta get double wide for more than 3 bedrooms. And then here's the master, which is the same length as the house, the whole length of the house. Well, it just has a little closet, because this is where they got all their space from. So they made the closet little, which is fine, because me and Jeff have capsule wardrobes. We don't have a lot of clothes. Well, when I say we, I mean me. Jefferson's working on his. But it's just little. But, you know, you can take these down and, like, get some cool stuff, you know, to have, like, more space. Which is probably what we would do. We don't keep a lot of stuff in our room anyway. And then this is just the master bathroom. Again, it's just small. It's just little. But it does have just a walk-in shower, which I think is nice. I believe this to be, I didn't measure it, but I think it's like one of those 4x6 showers. Most of the showers you've been looking at are 4x6. So that's it. That's everything. But yeah, so super cool. Now let me show you comparatively the other one. So this is the one with the den, but again, the drawback being this island situation. I mean, it would be fine, I guess. Even when Squish got older. Because they would have a high chair, right? I don't know. I just don't know. Well, first of all, I think it's ugly. That's the number one problem. I think it's ugly. I don't really care for the design. Like, I understand that the design is going to be functional. I feel like Jefferson is going to hate this. But we'll see. Let me show you the other side. So, see, in the other ones we looked at, they had the dishwasher and the sink in the island. And then they just had more cabinetry. This also doesn't have a backsplash or anything, which is important because I'm going to show you this other one that we're going to look at. This one also has the microwave up there above the stove, which I will say is not my favorite. I love the island. Well, yeah, but this one, look at this. It's not very cute. I don't know. Is it just me? Am I being judgy? Does it have plugins? It does have plugins. Well, I guess it would be good for, like, if you're doing projects and stuff. Like, I mean, as far as, like, cooking or making cookies or something. It looks pretty wide. So there's that. I'll give them that. But anyway, okay, so that's that one. And then this one is the runner-up. Now, this one does not have a den. I think this one is just 3 bedrooms. Does this one have the walk-through thing? Yeah, it does. Where's that? At least I thought it did. Does it not? Maybe it doesn't. Oh, yeah, it does, right here. Well, this one's a video. Okay, this one's, I think, is just a video. Let's turn it this way. Hello? It's only 53 seconds. So this one is just a 3-bedroom. So that means no guest room. I can't really see very good. It's got a barn wood accent wall. And then that's their island. With the sink and everything. And look, they got a nice backsplash on there. It's ceramic tile. They got this in the laundry room, like when you come in the back door. This is a master. It's got just a tub in the master, which we don't like. This is an option that you can put in a shower. It's a little squish room and a bathroom. And they didn't even show the 3rd room. I think I like the other one better, even though it has an ugly island. Anyways, that's the goings-ons over here today. So I'm going to show Jeff that. They didn't give a price. You can be judgy on your own home if you want to. Okay, good. But not this one. This island has extra storage. Yeah, it does. It does have extra storage. I mean, I don't still like the design of it. Maybe they have a different option, right? Because they say you can like customize stuff and whatever. You can get a play yard. A 4x4 foot that keeps her and her toys contained. Oh, I think I've seen those. I mean, let's be real. I'm probably going to let Squish in the bead studio, but we can't let Squish just be eating all the crystals and whatnot. Don't eat your beads, no matter how yummy they look. Why not a double wide? Because money. On average, so I've been talking to these guys, and on average, the double wide situation is an additional like $35,000 to $40,000, and I'm just like, do we need that? I don't think we need that. We've been working on like being more minimal, especially right now, just with everything, and it's just like, I don't think that we're gonna need that, because we have to build a yard for Lily. We have to build a fence, so that's going to be an additional cost. Jefferson told me he wants to get new furniture for the house if our furniture doesn't work or whatever. But he mentioned getting new furniture. I know he wants to get a new bed, which was good because I don't know if you guys know this or not, but me and Jefferson have a full size bed. Not a queen, a full. So he wants to get a larger bed. So I don't know, there's some things he wants to get. And then we've just been working on paying off debt. We did really well. We sold our house. We sold off, we got rid of a lot of debt. A full, oh my God. Yeah. Yeah, we have a full-size bed. And then, baby stuff. I think he's kind of worried about baby stuff, which you know how men are with their financial situation and babies. So it is what it is. Yeah, so we want to get stuff. He says he wants to pay off the van. And then, we were just like, well, it's not forever. Like, maybe we want to, maybe we'll be there for a while and maybe we'll do something else. I don't know. But as of right now, I think the single is good enough for us at the particular moment. I will say I would rather have a new one. Just because trailers can get a lot of problems if they're used, like especially if you don't know what happened. Like they can get a lot of like mold in places where like you can't see and stuff like that. So I don't know. I do prefer a new one. Am I going to put the same leaf here? That's a good question. It's yours. Like you said yesterday, that's more than most. Right. Correct. I'm happy with it. Jefferson was kind of trying not to be happy with it, but I was like, you kind of gotta we're gonna have a lot of other stuff. And that was kind of the other thing when we were talking about like houses versus trailers and stuff. Like, yeah, we could go out and get a house mortgage for $400,000, but also like, I would rather have like money to like go do stuff with my kid and not have to worry about it than being like, well, our mortgage is $1,800. I don't know if we can go to the zoo today. Like I don't want that. And I'm not really picky or anything, so it's Jeff. Jeff's usually the picky one. Am I gonna put the same leaf right here? We switched to a queen bed a few years ago. There is so much more room, right? I don't know about that one. What about a little one? I kind of feel like I don't want to put the same. Do I? Let me see. No, that's not what we want. But we want something that's maybe this one. It's kind of fat. Fat leaves need love too. No. Heart? A heart. No, not in the front. A leaf. A little leaf. Yeah, I think that one. We have a king. Good. Yeah, Jeff said he wants to get a king. I don't know why. We go to like, because, I mean, like, I get it, but like, we go to like hotels and stuff or whatever, and we'll have like a king, like, you know, we've slept on a king. He just gets as close to me as possible, anyways. So I'm like, I'm just like, you got like 8 feet of bed over there. Why don't you use it? No, he's not going to do that. Okay, so I'm going again. I don't know if you guys remember this from yesterday. I'm going with the 6 and the Tinky Tot. Just so they're swinging. Tinky Tot. Hi. A black leaf, perhaps? Oh, I guess I never thought of that. Like so. It's possible. We're going to call this a design choice. You use your discretion. Beep, beep. For when the times the kids are crawling in bed with you. Oh, yeah. Well, we haven't had a conversation about that yet. They say the kids want to sleep with you. I'll be honest with you. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I know I don't want any babies sleeping with me because somebody will roll over and squish one. I know that for real. But like when they get older and stuff and they're like, oh, we want to sleep with you. I'm like, I don't know if I want you to sleep with me. I think you can have your own bed. Is that weird? Is that bad? Is that bad mothering? I don't know. For activities. Yeah. You could save money by opting out of amenities and do them yourself. Like little upgrades. Yeah, that's true. I do feel like the den one has like less amenity things. Like it doesn't have like the cute little barnwood wall, which we could do. And it doesn't have like the backsplash, which we could do. You know, I think like you're correct on that, Cheryl. Oh, sorry, Debbie. You definitely have those times when kids crawl in the bed with you. I think it's this one. Which one do I want to be different? The weather, it was dry. That's still old Susanna. Still there. Am I going to go this way? This one's going this way. This one's going this way. Doesn't matter. No, I think I want to go this way. It's looking quite smashing. I'm not even going to lie. When we first got married, we had a full, and then we went to a king waterbed. Oh, and then a queen. And now you have a king. So you've tried them all, Dorothy. I don't think I could do a waterbed. I remember my aunt, she had a waterbed when we were like, when she was first married too. I think it was like a huge waterbed, and I remember, because my aunt's she's like 15 years older than me, which, I don't know, we just never thought that was a lot, I guess, maybe it is, but like we would watch movies and stuff, and I just thought that was so crazy with her waterbed, but she got rid of it eventually. You could purchase less of the house and then bank total. I want to continue to eat out, travel, and do things. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, Gloria. Good morning, Chris. Not bad mothering, but the kids have a way of changing your mind. Well, I'm sure they'll probably have everybody. I don't know. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm trying to talk about. This morning I woke up, there was 2 cats and a dog and Jeff in there, and it's on a full-size bed. The cats mostly lay on Jeff, so that's okay. Lily usually sleeps under the bed, Which I think is really funny because we have like one of those, it's not really, it's just kind of like a platform. It's not very tall. It's only like this tall or whatever. It's like a foot. And she like army crawls under there. I'm just like, that can't be comfortable. My daughter did not want a baby in the bed, but now she doesn't want to move her to the crib. Yeah. They're not going to want to put the baby down. A motionless waterbed. Well, that kind of defeats the purpose. Mine only sleep with me during the thunderstorm. I would be so scared I'd squish my baby if I had the baby in the bed. I mean, I get the like bassinet thing, you know, like that makes sense. Like on the side of the bed. I don't know. I told Jeff I don't want him to do that. He rolled over on the cat one day. I'm like, no. The cat, when Winter was a baby, she literally was like this big. She was like starving and she was so little when we adopted her. And I don't know. She was just in rough shape. So Jeff wanted her, he would like let her sleep with us. And I didn't want to let her sleep with us. As you can see, I'm always getting voted out. And I don't know. I was just like, she's too little. And I rolled over on her one time. And then she doesn't even care because she's kind of a weird cat. She's got like long, lanky legs, and she just don't really care about that kind of thing. She's just like, whatever, you can lay on me, it's fine. And he's like, you're squishing the cat. Oh, there's little black leaves in there. I'm going to do something a little different over here, I think. 2? Is it 2 or 1? Oops. Oops, she says. She's just throwing beads everywhere. It's about the same. Dogs like caves. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I'm always like, it just seems like quite a tight squeeze. I'm just like, what are you doing under there? But that's where she sleeps. She likes it. And then Jeff gave her his capybara blanket. It's a little fuzzy one, so now she sleeps on the side sometimes, but mostly she sleeps under the bed. I want this to be the front. I'm debating if that's too far away. I kind of feel like it is. I think I gotta take one off. It looks further away, yeah? I'll measure it, but I'm pretty sure it's further away. Let me do this. 1 and 2. It's like almost an inch. Yeah. I gotta take one of these off. Boop. Yeah, that looks better. The motionless moves just a little when you first get in. It doesn't move a lot. Oh. You are not supposed to sleep in beds with babies when they are toddlers. Can't wait to see how the 4-legged babies react to the 2-legged babies. Yeah. We've talked about that. I keep telling Winter. Keep telling her. I just keep making her aware. Like, hey, you are not going to be the baby very much longer. And she just refuses to hear about it. She's like, no, I'm the baby. She's like, Dad, hold me. And then I was telling her the other day, I was like, you're not going to be the baby. What are you going to do when I'm holding the baby? And Jeff said, you have 2 hands. You can hold me with the other side. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. This is looking pretty good. I'm liking where we're going with it. I'm going to put orange here. Kind of a repeat of this. I think I'm going to do a larger on this side and a smaller on this side. Maybe I'll use this big fat one. I got these hearts. To be honest with you, I think they're hearts. They look like hearts. I don't think they're supposed to be leaves. I'm not sure. I don't know if I really am in love with them. Put this fat one over here, and then I'll put a little one over here. Like that, to kind of even it out a little bit. I'm going to repeat this, I think. This is what I'll do. I guess I could add in one of these guys. Let me see. No, that's doing the most. We got a lot going on here. I thought I was going to want to use those, but we already got a lot going on. I'm going to do 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to get our little guys ready. If you wanted to get spiffy, if you were doing something like this, another option, design idea, would be to, I mean, you could drop these down as much as you want. You don't just have to do the little bits. You know, you could put them on chain and drop them down if you want. So they may be more like the waterfall-y type. Options, design choices. It's going to be so pretty. Pets love babies. Yeah, I think all of our pets will love babies. The only one I'm really concerned about is Winter. Because she's a big baby, her. She gets mad and she's, you know, she's only still, how old is she? She's only like 3 or something. 2? 3. I think she's like 3. And she gets destructive when she gets mad, when she doesn't get her way. Look at me, just not putting this on anything. Gotta watch out for that. I'm going to swing into the post so after I leave here, I'm going to go to, you know, get Mary and do all that. Take her to her appointment. Then I'm going to swing over to the post before I come home. She said it's going to be 3 hours. I don't know if that's true or not. I wish I knew, but it is what it is, I guess. But I'm going to swing over to the post to see if my Bargain Bead Box is in there. So it was a Veterans Day yesterday, so no post office. Little tiny tinky tot, where are you at? I need one of you. I don't see one of you. Okay. So I have all of your orders that you guys ordered to ship out today. So I got those ready yesterday before we went to the dinner. So they're ready, but I couldn't drop them. I mean, they weren't open, so I didn't go. So I'll drop those today, but I'm also going to go over to Burnt Boat and UPS store and see if my Bargain Bead Box is over there. I can't remember who it was. They were saying they were waiting to open it until I opened mine. So I was like, well, I better get over there and see if it's over there. My little dog sleeps under the blanket with me. Even though he is a Chihuahua, he takes up so much space. Winter's going to surprise you. You think she's gonna be like all cool about it? She might be. Bunsen's pretty chill. He don't care about nothing. I think Lily will be super excited. Oh, I gotta put this ain't even right. Look at me trying to do all the things. I gotta put this one on over here. And one of these. Your daughter's German Shepherd Husky dog is very spoiled. Only child for 7 years, becoming friends with Selena. Yeah. Looking on Amazon, there are infant nest things that could keep babies safe, I think, until while in bed, if someone wanted to do that. Yeah, I saw some stuff about that. They have like they're like almost like little bumpers or something. Girl, I don't know. We got a lot of research to do. Let me tell you that much for real. Like, did I tell you they don't even like put babies in blankets anymore? Like, blankets are not a thing. Did you know that? I didn't know that. I know that now. I just watch videos and I'm listening to the books. What to expect when you're expecting, which I started when I was pregnant with Seaver, but then we went kind of directly into like the birth part, so I missed a bunch in the middle. So I'm rereading that, and then I'm also reading What to Expect in the First Year. I'm also reading Multicultural Diversity Parenting with Your Children. And is that gonna clank? Ooh. We're gonna have to go up some more. Look at this. Not. Can you guys see? You can't see. I don't know about that. You see that? I don't know. We're gonna have to go up more. It's kind of not what I wanted, but we're gonna call it a design decision. Sleep sacks are great. My Thunderhorse order is out for delivery. Poor Heather. I did the priority shipping, and then she's like, it just keeps going back and forth in North Dakota, and I'm like, oh gosh. Winter will love the squish. I've got 2 projects going. Oh, well, no, well, I think you can do a blanket for like they just can't sleep with blankets. Like Heather's saying, you got to put them in those sleep sacks. Yeah, but you can have them on like the car seat, like, you know, when they go in the car or when they like go outside and you got to put a blanket over and whatever. I don't know. My sister says you can do whatever you want, but I don't know. Things are very different now. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to remove this because I don't want this clanking into my stone. So I guess we'll do a little bit of something up here. Let's put some little leaves right there to replace the orange ones. So I'm reading those books, and I'm also reading, what's the name of the other one I'm reading? I'm also reading a fantasy book still. I'm still working on that fantasy series my sister-in-law wanted me to read. It's freaking been 38 years. It's literally been, there's 8 books, and it's seriously been like, I've been reading these books for like over a year. It's ridiculous. I'm just like, it's not over yet, and I don't think I probably got like 16 hours left or something. This is ridiculous. I need something right here, and I don't know what it's gonna be. I want it to be something sparkly, but let me get these on there. Maybe this will help me. So we raised cold babies and no winter coats. What? You can't have winter coats in the car seat? What about like the little the snowsuit? What about the snowsuit? No? Why not? Because they get too hot? They can't breathe? Why? I have questions. I'm really loving this necklace. Thanks, Cheryl. It's just real life beading over here. I got like life's crap going on, but we're still beading, so that's good. Luckily for me, I have all of you guys who know all the things, you know, so that's good. I don't know how I feel about that. We're getting up there. I need a crystal is what I need. I think I need a crystal. Do we have a crystal? Paging a crystal. Do we have one? Oh, cripes. What do we got? Oh, I love these. These are not crystals, but they're red. I still have these. I have these. These are giant check glass beads that I've been loving. I don't think I can do that, though, because that's just be too much stuff, and they're just randomly there. What about, oh, wait. I put these guys in here. You want a black one? You have a white one? No, not white. White, no. Gray? Silver. I think silver might be the ticket. Yeah. I think that's better. I just need literally like 2. Can I just have 2? They wear coats to the car, and then you take them off to buckle them in, and then you cover them with the coat. You could try the audiobook version, and then you can still do your work and listen. Yeah, that's what I do. I have audiobook. That's how I'm listening to that fantasy book. We survived being babies. Good morning. Coats shift where the buckle hits. It's a safety issue. Oh, like if you were to be in a crash, they could be not in the right spot for the seat belt or whatever. Swaddling baby. They will sleep better. How in the world did we not only survive but thrive? Save a pair of orange for earrings. Yeah. Orange for earrings would be good. Well, I have these hearts. I guess the only option for earrings at this point would be these 2. Or these ones. Which I kind of like these ones better. Okay, I'll put them over here. My tummy's growling. Only the strong survive. Oh, I'm gonna put this crystal here. I just need it. I just need a little sparkle. That's what I need in my life. Sorry. Now, if I put this on here, is it gonna look funny? Because now I feel like we're way up here. Are we done? Are we just done with this? We can't do anymore? What's happening? You guys can't even see. I don't know if I'm loving that. It's like too far away, but when it's down here, it's too close. Let me hold it up. Oh, well, holding it up, it don't look too... Let me do the other side. Let me do the other side. Then I'll hold it up, you can see. When you hold it up, don't look too bad. Laying down kind of looks bad, but holding it up don't look too bad. Let's see. I'm going to get these hooba jobbers on here, otherwise I'm going to end up in a problem. Per the usual. Okay. Here's what we got so far. See, when you hold it up, they hang down further. They're not like clanking into the stones. I think that might have to be it though. I'm not mad at it. If they weren't there, it'd just be like this. Which is also not bad, but I like it. I'm gonna keep them. Yeah, I'm gonna keep them. It's quite fabulous, I have to say. If you're wondering, if you missed yesterday, we got all these on, this was my order from Bargain Bead Box. I ordered these guys, and these, and the pyrites, and the leaves. So all of it is from the order that I made. And we're going to use this as the toggle. Which again, I still am not sure if I appreciate this being $3.50, but I guess, we'll figure that out in the end. Also, you want to know what else I just realized? Just right now, I was this many seconds old when I just realized. This is gold and that's silver. Hello, Randy! Is anybody home? No, nobody's home. I could have made it silver. Well, I guess, no, I couldn't because these have the built-in gold leaves or whatever. I could have made it, mixed metal, but I didn't. So here we are. But that's fine, because we'll just use a different one, and this is pretty. Quite honestly, we will probably use an Old Faithful. Let's be real. This is Sparta? She says, this is Sparta. This is silly. 3 generations worth of advice in this group. I know, I should be doing pretty good, right? That's what I was thinking. Well, that's why I'm talking about it. If you guys get sick of me talking about it, just let me know. I don't really have anybody else to talk to so much, except for my sister, but she works a lot. And, the cousins are mad, so they're not talking to them. And, like, my mom, but she said that she's like, I just did this so long ago, I don't even know anything, she said. And I was like, okay, yeah, that works. They just had their first baby. A baby boy is due at the end of January. Oh, well, congratulations to them. The baby can slip out of the harness if they are wearing puffy clothes. Oh, it's because they're slippery. That makes sense. Well, good thing we know about that. I didn't know about that. We just have to be careful not to have any expectations with our advice. I learned that very quickly. Well, most of you all have kids and grandkids, right? I really like it. I do not usually like orange. Thanks, Sid. I like it too. I love orange. Yeah, so I assume most of you know that when we give advice, well, we're not really supposed to give advice, but if you give it, just know that it's more of just like an option or an opinion, because a lot of people get upset if you don't take their advice. But I think I'm going to make everybody upset anyways, because I don't know if you know this, but I'm going with respectful parenting. I've been learning about it. We're going to find out. We're going to screw around and find out, so we're going to do. It's very different. But the reason for that is because I don't want to raise my kid the way I was raised. I was, not that how I was raised was like, whatever. It was, in my house, because I was raised with my grandma and grandpa. It was kind of like the harder you work, like physical work, the more love you can have. And it's like, I don't really think that that's appropriate. That's just what they knew. And, like I said yesterday, we were poor and we worked on a farm and we had, work was required. It's just how it was. But it was like, if you didn't do work, then you got shamed, or you got called lazy, or you were like, just kind of, they didn't want to talk to you so much, that kind of thing. And so it was like, the more you worked, the more they would include you in things, and the better, things would be. And that's just how it was. But I don't think that that's how I want to be. So, I'm going to change the game. I figured if anybody can do it, it's me. I'm going to change the game. So there's that. And then also, like, nobody in my family ever talked about their feelings, which is obviously not me. You guys know that. So then when you did have any feelings, they were kind of just, like, dismissed. They were just like, well, that's you, And I feel like my personal thoughts on it as a counselor is that when people do that, they create people pleasers. And when you are a people pleaser, because I was, as you guys know, I'm in recovery, so I was an alcoholic, and I was surrounded by a lot of codependent people and other addicts and stuff like that, and people pleasers. And when you create people pleasers, you're basically creating codependent people who, like, get their validation from outside of themselves in a lot of different senses, like a lot of different stuff. So, like, maybe they would get into a bad relationship, like a bad relationship with, like, a significant other, or maybe they would be easily taken advantage of, or maybe they would just never feel like, not have a lot of self-efficacy. And I don't want that. And so in order to not do that, I'm like, okay, well, how are we going to fix that? So you have to make feelings okay, like, no matter how crazy they are, which with children, with little children, I feel like what's happening is, like, people are like, well, I'm trying to be, quote unquote, like a respectful or a gentle parent or whatever. But a lot of people don't really know what that means, because they're just kind of letting their kids do whatever they want. But really, it just is like, it's like you don't spank or hit That's for the most part what it means. But just because you're not spanking or hitting doesn't mean that you can't explain, like, hey, this is disrespectful behavior and you need to, like, there's a time and a place for you to be, goofy or mad or upset, and it's not laying in the middle of the grocery aisle because you're disturbing everybody else's peace and you're probably going to get run over by a cart. So it's like, but people don't really understand that. So, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. To be honest with you, I think Jefferson might struggle with this. Jefferson's pretty, he's pretty good, as far as, working on himself and stuff, because he's in Al-Anon, and he's very, receptive to feedback and stuff like that. He's not argumentative and things like that. So I think that he will be receptive to this, but also in his family, even now, they never talk about what's going on. They just kind of brush it under the rug. And it's like, oh, there's a big elephant in the room. We're just going to ignore this. And then that creates instability. You know what I mean? Because you're I feel this, but you're telling me I shouldn't feel this, or we don't want to talk about this. So does that mean that it's not real? Am I just feeling something it creates so you can't trust yourself, if that makes sense? And so it's when you can't trust yourself, you have no self-efficacy as a person. So it makes it harder for you as a person to stand up for yourself, because you don't know if what you're standing up for is true or not. So not that I think Jefferson's going to just do pushback on purpose. I think he's going to do it because he doesn't know. You know what I mean? He's not practiced that. So we're going to work on it. But that's my plan. And I'm sure everybody in my family is going to hate that. 100%. They're going to not like that at all. But it's hey, I'm not asking you to do it, so it's fine. I'm on to leaves. My friends love the fact that they can talk to mom about everything. Yeah. And I think that's better than authoritarianism. That's just my personal opinion. But I don't know. When I was with my mom and my parents and stuff, there was a lot of hitting and really crazy screaming and emotional abuse, and just dropping you off somewhere and disappearing for. My mom dropped me off Minnesota one time when I was 9 and didn't come back for 3 years. So isolation and abandonment and things like that. But that's just kind of stuff you deal with when you're in it with addicts, you know what I mean? So I don't want any of that for my kid. Miss Rachel will become an everyday friend. Also, she teaches sign language. Who's Miss Rachel? Is she a parenting person? Telling your child no is not abuse. Right. Yeah, no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about abuse. Yeah. Telling your child to respect other people is not abuse. And to be respectful and nice and kind to others is not. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about because I think what happens is, and I don't know this, but from my personal childhood experience, because I am not a parent yet, so I have no parenting advice, but from my child experience, what I found is that my parents couldn't control their big emotions. They didn't know how to express or talk about or deal with their own frustrations or anger or their own, if they were tired or upset or whatever their emotions were. In AA, we call this HALT. Hungry, angry, lonely, tired, right? And we call it HALT because when you're feeling those things, you're supposed to stop doing whatever you're doing and fix it. Fix your, whatever the issue, maybe you need to take a nap, maybe to have a snack, whatever. Because when you do that, you make bad decisions. So, but I just feel they didn't know how to deal with their self. So what ended up happening is they were angry and mean, and they would hit because they didn't know what else to do. And I assume that that's because that's how my grandma and grandpa were when they were when their kids were young. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yeah, we're not gonna do that. So I'm working on it. And maybe it's crazy and far-fetched, but I don't care. I'm gonna do it anyway. Let's see. I'm wondering if I need to stop with the black leaves. Let's take a look. Good morning from Michigan. I am new to your channel. I'm glad I found you. Real discussions and beating. Yeah. Some people like that. Some people are like, God, I wish this girl would shut up. You can put it on mute. You can put it on mute if you need to. Just watch the beating. I've gotten a lot more chatty, I think, recently. About well, mostly, and like I said, because I don't know too much about the baby things and I need help. But we're glad you're here. I went through all that as a child. It sounds like you've overcome a lot. Yes, I have overcome a lot. I have, and it was not easy. But, it wasn't pretty either because I also I was an alcoholic. So we had to get through that part first. And that's another thing. Like, I don't want that for my kids either, to where they don't know how to deal with their feelings, so they turn to drugs or alcohol or other addictive behaviors. Which, obviously they're probably going to try it or whatever, but not like I was, you know what I mean? Like, horrible drug addict or alcoholic. All right, this is what we're looking at. I got to zoom out so you can get the whole effect. I think I'm going to stop with the leaves. Do you think I should stop with the leaves? I could go all the way to the top with the same pattern. I'm just doing leaf and then 3 pyrites. Or should I just go pyrites from now on? I think we only have a few inches left. Or would that be weird? Let's take a look, see. Where are we at? So to here is just about 6 inches. So we have at least 3 inches left. I think if I switched over to leaving the leaves out, maybe it looks more like a taper. Stop with the leaves now. Just pyrites from now on. Just pyrites. Okay, so it looks like most people agree, or people who are saying. Because then it'll look more like tapered in. Because it's supposed to be like, woo, we got this little waterfall thing going on. Do-do-do-do, right? Yeah, I think you guys are right. Breaking the chain. Yeah, I'm trying. That's the way my mom was, and also said, do it in front of me or behind my back. I have always approved, but she handled everything like an adult. Yeah. They allow you to be who you are. Tiny humans, after all. Well, yeah, to that point, Heather, I think one of my opinions that I've always had that I don't really care for that adults do to children is sometimes you'll see parents, I see parents out, all the time. Again, I'm not a parent, but I see them and they're in the store or whatever, and they treat their kid like their kid is just a small human. Not like a small adult. They act like their kid should know how to be respectful of others or how to do XYZ or how they shouldn't be acting or whatever based on social norms that are just going on for adults. But a lot of times the kids are 3 years old. I'm like, you realize that kids only had a brain for 3 years. There's a lot of information coming in. When you're 3 years old, you're trying to figure out how you relate. I think 3-year-olds' brains, they don't even really know how they relate to the space. If you have your kid in a house, they know they're in a house and they're like, this is our house, but they don't know that there's anything outside of the house. Does that make sense? To them, that's the whole world. So you want them to understand really complex social norms at that age? I think if it's age appropriate and you've showed them how and you've explained and you've upheld boundaries about said things or whatever, then okay, that's different. But if you're just like, oh, well, people just know this and you should know this and you're not acting according to this, that makes no sense to me. No, I know you didn't mean it that way, Heather. It just made me think about that because sometimes when people say tiny humans, not you, but sometimes when people say, because I know not you because we've talked about it, but they really mean tiny adults, you know? And I'm like, they're not tiny adults though. So, I don't know. I'm excited. We'll see how it goes. Jeff just keeps telling me, because clearly I'm worried about it, right? I'm like, I want to be a good mom. I don't want to, like, mess stuff up. I want to try to be good. You know, like, this is the whole point of the conversation. And he's like, we're going to mess our kid up one way or another. And I'm like, I really don't want you to say that. Like, can you stop saying that? And he's like, well, it's true. And I'm like, I don't know. He's like, nobody's perfect. And I'm like, well, yeah, nobody's perfect, but let's, like, not actively try to mess up our kid. Like, you know? He's like, maybe in the not trying, so this is Jefferson, maybe in the not trying to mess up your kid, by trying so hard not to mess your kid up, you're going to mess your kid up. And I'm like, thanks. You're so helpful. Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't think anybody, like, purposefully is like, how can we mess this kid up today? I don't think that's what they're doing. But, I don't know. I'm trying. Okay, I'm going to put this here. I'm going to put 10 on the other side. I just want to kind of see how it looks. I do have one concern. About this pyrite. Do you think it's going to leave like a mark, like when you wear it? I didn't think about that. I didn't wash it. 4, 5. I guess I could give it a wipe down. 6. I don't know if that's going to help. 7, 8, 9. 10. Obviously we need more than 10, but I'm just putting 10 so we can see what it looks like in the taper. Oh yeah, I think that's going to be good. I think it's going to be good. Yeah. Well, thanks for listening. Just pyrite. Yeah. It will be under your hair and earrings anyways. I might be able to give it a little wipe down. Well, sometimes, you know, sometimes the pyrite can leave like a mark, especially if it like gets wet. I could give it a little wipe maybe. Sometimes that doesn't matter. Sometimes they've already been cleaned. I don't know the situation. But yeah, I'm liking this. This is turning out pretty much exactly the way that I thought that it would. It's 10, so I gotta get my little happy butt rolling here. I will finish it up probably off camera. I'm just gonna, because we've been working on it 2 days. I'm just gonna continue with just the pyrite till the pyrite is gone and we're at probably 18 inches. And then I'm going to add I was going to use this, but as we mentioned before, this is silver. Hello, Randy. I'm going to go with Old Faithful clasp. A gold Old Faithful. That's probably what we're going to do. Because I know that Old Faithful is going to hold all this weight. Although, I will say, if this would have been right, if I would have been paying attention, this would have been good. So, any hoots, that's the goings-ons. Just to recap, these are from, all these beads are available on Bargain Bead Box website if you are interested. The total I paid for them using my coupon and shipping was $21.72. Well, I ordered, is that everything? I did order a couple extra things. But for the most part, I think the total on these ones was $17.75. If you're interested, if not. They do have other color agates, and they also have other color leaves. These glass ones if you wanted to go with a different color. They did have some on there I saw. They had green and I think pink. I'm not sure. But anyway, yeah. So for the members, I just wanted to recap and say that I am going to do members. I don't know if I'm going to get called away from members or if Mary's going to call before 3. So we'll see. If we do get, if I can't be there, I'll make a post on Facebook. And if I get called out, we might just reschedule for like another day. You know, maybe another day. So that'll have to be it. I don't know. We'll see what happens with the doctor. White? Oh, they have white? Good news is you only need to be ready for the next season of life. Yeah, I'm excited about it. Yeah, in Bunsen. Yeah, I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be fun. Everybody's all like, oh, you're old. And I'm like, whatever. Not you guys, but like, I called the lot lady, the lot for like we had went and looked at those lots to put trailers on or whatever. And I changed from originally we were going to do double wide, so I changed from a single to a double. So I texted her and I said, hey, if we do that, if we change, do we still get this? Are these lots that you showed us still available to us, or are these only for double wides, or what's the situation? So she calls me. And so then she proceeds to want to talk to me for 45 minutes. And so I told her, I was like, oh yeah, I was like, we're kind of on a time crunch because I'm pregnant. And she goes, aren't you kind of old? I was like, tell me how you really feel about it. But I was like, I guess I'm 39. I said, it's the new cool hip thing to do. I don't know if you heard. But it was kind of like, she's like, aren't you kind of old? I was like, Anyways. All right, you guys. I hope you're all having a lovely, spectacular, amazing beading day today. I would love to see what you are working on. In the group, in the Facebook group, if you want to give us a little picture, you can use hashtag what's on my mat today. We don't care about what kind of beads you're using or where they came from or whatever. You're not going to get thrown out of the group or anything because you're not using Thunderhorse Descendant beads. We don't care about that. So yeah, you can just use hashtag what's on my mat today. Give us a little picture of what you're working on. That'd be fun. And then I'll keep you posted on the situation with the aunt and the members, but I plan on doing members at 3. So that's at 3 o'clock. My niece had her first child at 40. It's all good. Yeah, that's what I said. It's the new cool hip thing to do at 40. All right, guys. I hope you have a good day. Everybody be safe. I hope everything's going well. Stay warm. Make all the cool things. Let the magic in, all that. I'll see you, some of you later and some of you tomorrow.